I'm going to try my best not to start crying. I'm feeling very emotional, but I'm happy. I am very happy. Now, Scott Peterson has just got his answer for his appeal back. And basically speaking, nothing has changed. His conviction has been upheld, but his death sentence, his death penalty has been overturned. So therefore, that means, and a lot of people are confused about this. They think, oh no, his conviction is overturned. No, his conviction is upheld. His death sentence has been overturned. So if prosecutors want to pursue a death penalty conviction, they can do that. I don't think there's any point in doing it. I've always said that I've never cared whether Scott Peterson got life in prison or a death penalty sentence. It doesn't matter to me. He's going to die in prison anyway, whether it's a slow death or he's going to die in an electric chair tomorrow. It makes no difference. I've never spoken about this case on this channel because I was waiting to see what the appeal verdict was going to be. And at first I was thinking, oh my God, what the hell is this? And then I read the facts, and the facts are that nothing has changed. To be honest with you, California has actually stopped carrying out executions anyway. So the fact that he now has a life sentence instead of a death sentence over his head doesn't really make much difference at all. Lacey's mother, the victim in this case, his wife Lacey, who he murdered, and I've always believed he murdered her. Lacey's mother has always said that she never really cared whether he got the life or death sentence. But she always said that, she has also said that, one day he will be executed, and she's at peace with that. But, he's not going to be executed, but I'm just so thankful and so happy that his ass is staying in prison exactly where he belongs. If there's anyone that I want to stay in prison more than Scott Peterson, I cannot think of anyone. I think Scott Peterson is a master manipulator, a sociopath. Throughout his wife's disappearance, his pregnant wife's disappearance, he continued to call and romance his mistress all throughout his wife's disappearance. The bodies of his wife and unborn son were recovered exactly where he claimed to be fishing. Now, I don't know how anyone can say that's just a mere coincidence. His family, the Peterson family, Scott Peterson's family, say that he was set up by the cops and that he was framed by the burglars that burglarized a house opposite Lacey's house, Lacey and Scott's house that day. I've never believed that Scott was set up by cops, and I don't believe that he was framed by any burglars. I have always known deep down that Scott Peterson was 100% guilty. To me, he is just the worst of the worst. People often compare him to Chris Watts. The problem with what I really despise about Scott Peterson is that he kept the lie going for a very long time. He refused a lie detector test. He didn't even try and pass one. He knew that he wouldn't be able to pass it. He told so many lies. He lied about his whereabouts. He changed his appearance. He dyed his hair blonde and pretended that his hair got dyed by a swimming pool. He continued to romance his girlfriend Amber Fry all throughout his wife's disappearance, telling her, before his wife's vigil, he was calling his girlfriend. He was in Modesto, but he told his girlfriend that he was in Paris having a wonderful time, standing by the Eiffel Tower, listening to pop music, and how it was pretty awesome. This is on the night of his wife's vigil. He is calling his girlfriend, telling her that he's having an awesome New Year in Paris. And yet his family want us to believe that he had no interest in Amber Fry, his mistress, and that the 12 hours that he spent talking to his mistress while his wife was missing was all because he was just calling her back. Absolute rubbish. I know a lot of people are going to look at this appeal verdict and they're going to think, hey, what's going on here? And they're going to be confused. I was confused at first, but no, his conviction has been upheld, and rightly so. There's going to be people who think he's innocent, and that's fine. Not everyone has to agree with me. I've always believed that Scott Peterson was guilty, is guilty, and I've always thought that he should remain in prison for the rest of his life. His family are still pursuing appeals. There's going to be a habeas petition. Who knows what will happen with that? However, it's very hard to come back from this. Very, very difficult. And I'm not even sure if they have to pursue a death sentence, seeing as, there's been a halt on death, on basically executions in California for a long time. But Scott Peterson, he is such a manipulative person. He's conned his whole family. His family are in denial about him. He's really somebody who had everything going for him. He had a beautiful wife. He had a son on the way, and he got rid of his wife. He discarded his wife in the worst possible way in the San Francisco Bay because he did no longer wanted to be with her. He wanted to be with his mistress. And he lied and lied and lied. During the day, he was giving out flyers. He was going down to the volunteer center. At night, he was ordering blue movies and speaking to his girlfriend and talking about trips to Hawaii and laughing about his girlfriend's daughter's diaper rash and talking about how he was having a wonderful time in Paris and how he was traveling in Spain and having dinner and doing business meetings. And this guy was just living a double life, and I'm just so glad that his conviction has been upheld. Thank God his conviction has been upheld. I don't have to worry about Scott Peterson. As far as I'm concerned, he should have been put down a long time ago, but I'm more than happy with life imprisonment. That's all I wanted to say about that. No confusion. The conviction has been upheld.